Here listener Rick has contacted us with a little project he has on the go. Rick and his wife used to run a pet boarding business, and since January, they've been collecting dog and cat food to be given out to local charities. And with the COVID outbreak, they've had to change their plans a little bit. Rick, tell us about that.
Yeah, we did. We've always, in my family, there's always been a habit of having some charitable aspect to our businesses. And so when we moved out of the dog boarding, I just thought, there's got to be a need out there for people that like I was when I was 40, couldn't afford to feed myself and my dog.
Yeah.
So I just started sending out notices, and I happened to mention it to a friend of mine, Linda Watson, out in Souk. And she just happened to have 350 pounds of food that had just been donated through Bosley's out there. And they were kind enough to kickstart us with that. In the meantime, in February, we collected some more food. And beginning of March, we were doing fine. We sent out about 450 pounds. And each pound is 5 cups. So there's over 2,200 cups of food we were sending out. And then COVID hit. And I started going down to the shelters. And there wasn't anybody there. And I started going to some of the food banks, and some said yes, some said no. We've now got hundreds of pounds of food that I thought I was going to give away that month, and nobody really to give it to. I realized just, late last week, we had to get busy and try and catch up with people like yourselves.
So if people want to take advantage of the program you're offering, how do they get in touch with you?
The thing you can do is just simply send us an email, and we set up a new email address. It was covidkibbles@gmail.com.
Perfect. So if any of our listeners want to get in touch with you, either to accept a donation from you, or are you also accepting more donations now, or are you kind of halting?
Oh, absolutely. I've got a wall full of vet food. So if your dog it's got kidney issues or allergy issues, or you need grain-free or meat-free, put it in your post, and if I have it, we'll do our best to get you what your dog needs to eat or what you typically feed it. If we don't have it, we'll let you know, tell you your options, and we'll do our best to give you the best food we can out of our supply as it comes and goes.
Thank you so much for doing this, Rick. I know our listeners, we have a lot of pet lovers out there, and like you said, it's not just the homeless that need this, but it's the people that are unemployed right now, or in between the government checks right now, and their furry friends definitely need the food as well.